In this screencast, I'm going to share how you can use Colourlovers and a new website called PicMonkey to create some fun new images and maybe a header for your Google site. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start at colourlovers.com, C-O-L-O-U-R, lovers.com, which is a fun website for people who don't know that much about the way that colors should go together, and a fun way to make some new patterns. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to browse the palettes. You can also browse the patterns, but I like to just choose my colors first. So I come in and I'd say, gosh, these are some fun colors that somebody put together. So I'm going to click on them. Right underneath all the colors now you have something called Create Pattern, which there are loads of different patterns that you can now choose to make using all of the different colors that you've chosen from your palette. So there's all sorts of different ones that you can choose from. So once you find one that you think is sort of interesting or fun, this one's pretty bright. I actually have an account with Colourlovers, and when you have an account with Colourlovers, that means that you can name patterns and you can sort of save them. So I'm just going to call this one June 2012. And once I save that pattern, then I can click on it, and it makes it sort of big so that I can take a screenshot of it. Now using Jing, or I use Snagit, or some commands on your keyboard, you can make a copy or save part of this as an image. So I'm just going to take a big chunk of it here, and it's going to load into my Snagit program, and I'm going to be able to save that as an image. And that's important that you have it as a JPEG or a PNG or something. And I'm just going to save it to my desktop, and I'm just going to call it the same thing, June 2012. And this is going to save as JPEG, and that's fine. So now I have a background for a fun image or header that I'm going to use. So now I'm going to head over to a new website called PicMonkey. It is from the people that used to do the website of Picnic, and it's quite similar to that website and what you could do. So one of the things that you can first do is you can click to upload your photo. So I have a photo that I put on my desktop, which was the color of June 2012, that bright pink one. And now it's uploaded and in PicMonkey. So now I can do a lot of different things. I can crop it, rotate it, change the exposure, change the color, sharpen it, or resize. And so a lot of these down on the side give you different things that you can do with your picture. So you can actually, create different effects. Some of them look differently on others. So let's do a yesteryear color. So that just kind of changes the colors of this a little bit. When you have a background like this, you don't use those as much. The next one down is little touch-ups. So this is mostly if you have people that are in your pictures. The P stands for different kind of text or adding something there. So I'm going to call this Molly's. I'm going to make a Google site header for my e-portfolio. Molly's e-portfolio. Now I can add it, and it gets added onto here. And now I can choose the different text that I would want for my e-portfolio. Now, one of the things that I think about is I think that that's sort of tricky to read on the pink background that I have right now. So what I like to do is I like to go into the next one down, and I like to add some overlays. And the geometric ones give me a good shape that I can then sort of put a background to my Molly's e-portfolio. And if I right-click on it, I can send it to the back. So now it sort of overlays here. Now something that's fun about this is the black doesn't necessarily look that great with it, but wouldn't it be fun if it was one of the other colors? Now if I click over here in this part that says 0%, that becomes an eyedropper. And now I can actually get the exact specific colors of some of the different places that are in the actual image. So I actually think that bright green looks kind of fun. So I'm going to keep that with a bright green. I can do the same thing with the text if I can get the text again and click onto it. If I click into the eyedropper, I could come in and change it to maybe that bright pink. So then you can really get things to match almost perfectly with a lot of the different colors. So here's sort of a fun new cover for my e-portfolio. So what I like to do is I actually like to take another image where I capture the image and I get specific with how big I may want this. So I can make it so that it's not the entire thing, but it's just this portion of it right here. So then again, using my program of Snagit, you can also do this free with Jing. I'm going to just save this image as Molly's e-portfolio. So now, once that's saved on the desktop, and now that's an image, now we can pop into Google Sites into my ePortfolio. So this is what my ePortfolio looks like at first, and I can either put it right here up on the very top, or I could just put it as an image in here. I'm going to show you how you can put it up on the top. So the first thing we need to do is need to go into More Actions, Manage Site. And in the Manage Site, this first thing is says show the site name at the top of pages. If you're going to put your own custom one in there, I would uncheck that and click Save. The next thing that we'll do is we'll go down to Site Layout on the left-hand side. And in Site Layout, I can change the logo. And I can click, I want it to click that I want a custom logo. I choose the file. I look on the desktop for Molly ePortfolio. It will show up a little bit in here. I click OK. Now one of the things that I like to do is also change the alignment of it. And so I like it to be in the middle and in the center. And then I click OK. I click Save. And now if I go back to Molly Schrader ePortfolio, you can see that that's now my header. So you could make it a little bit longer if you wanted it to fit a little bit differently. You could actually change the size of your Google site in that same place to make it look a little bit different. So in that Manage Site, I could go into Site Layout and I could change the site layout right here, and I actually could make this a little bit of a smaller, 800 pixels, and then that might look a little bit better with my, so the website isn't so wide, but now it's a little bit narrow. So I would need to go back and change it to be just a little bit different so that it would actually fit. So I'd go to maybe 900 or 950. So that's how you can use Colourlovers, PicMonkey, and PicMonkey in order to do custom images or headers for your Google site, or really anything that you want to do.